Hello, I'm Mark Dolinski. I'm the Director of Business Services for the Greater Reading Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And I'd like to welcome Connie Faylor, Regional Manager for Ben Franklin Technology.
Thanks, happy to be here.
Great having you here. As you know, we're celebrating Manufacturing Month, which is in October, and we thought it would be really appropriate to have Connie talk to us about Ben Franklin because they do such phenomenal work for the manufacturers in the state of PA. So, welcome, and can you give us a little bit of information as to what Ben Franklin really does?
Sure. Our program is funded through the state, the Department of Community and Economic Development. We have been around for 32 years. We do invest in early stage companies, and then we also assist and do a lot of work with established manufacturers through Pennsylvania's colleges and universities. Typically, we'll meet with manufacturers, get an understanding of their needs, focusing on product or process improvement or new product or process development, and then identify the appropriate resources at Pennsylvania's colleges and universities to assist them. What we do is typically work with resources at those schools that have come out of industry. They're applied resources, so they really have an understanding of industry and can use the experience that they've had to assist our companies.
That's wonderful, the way that you're able to convene the academic prowess with the technology of the manufacturers.
It really is, and many times we include grad students in the projects from the schools as well, so they're getting real life experience, and then the companies are also exposed to those students in terms of future employment.
And one thing that really amazed me, Connie, was how you help startup organizations. Could you maybe elaborate a little bit about how Ben Franklin helps those companies?
Sure, and I think I have a really nice example. One of our superstars here in Berks County is Custom Processing Services. We started working with them over 16 years ago. The founders, Greg Szymanski and Jeff Klinger, just two guys working in the plant, running, doing everything from sales to production. And we invested in them through a loan process. One of the other things that we're really proud of that we do is we've got a phenomenal network, and in the early days with custom processing, we introduced them to Penn State Berks to help them with their programmable logic controllers. And then they were connected with the Greater Berks Development Fund for some additional financing. We've also connected them to Lehigh University to help with some logistics work, and finally with Northampton Community College to work in some energy-related products. But we considered them as an early stage firm until about 8 years ago, where they had grown so significantly that we now refer to them as an established manufacturer. Right. They're creating such wonderful jobs in the community. Right now have 138 employees in Exeter
phenomenal.
Township. Yeah, really a super success story.
And so these early stage organizations that you help, that's wonderful. Do you also help establish manufacturers?
We do. When we're working with established manufacturers, we have grants from the state. We can do up to $25,000 in the form of a grant. There has to be a cash match from the company, and then all those dollars go to the college or university that's doing the work, predefined scope of work, milestones, deliverables with a budget.
So I would imagine in your role you get to see all kinds of manufacturers, a wide range. Are there any that kind of stand out that you think are really special for Berks County?
I would love to name them all, because I think this region just has a phenomenal amount of innovative, high-tech, really, really great manufacturing companies that are really providing terrific employment in the region. Some recent projects that we've worked on, let's see, working with Cambridge Lee, we've done a couple of things with Andy Funk and her team, some facility planning to add a warehouse at their Route 61 plant, and then some industrial energy assessments through Northampton Community College. We recently worked with Genpor on a facility improvement, Suburban Testing Labs, wow. Fabulous people there. That company is just growing and creating wonderful jobs, helping them to figure out what they would need in terms of growth and capacity for their facility.
So what really, to me, I find amazing is all the great work you're doing is helping employers just grow their workforce, and that's so important for Berks County.
It really is, and that's one of the measures that we have for our program as well. That's what the state wants to see, that we are creating and retaining high-value jobs.
And as far as, it sounds to me that you're such a connector between Northampton, you were talking about, and other universities. Where do you see this going in the future?
We just want to continue to reach out and help the manufacturers, help them implement innovative technologies to keep them competitive in this global marketplace. So we'll continue to reach out. We constantly have projects. Typically, it's about a 6 to 8 week cycle when we meet a manufacturer, until we go through the process of the match and then going to our board for funding approval.
Oh, that's phenomenal. And one of the highlights that we wanted to do for Manufacturing Month is to showcase all the great work that Ben Franklin does.
I really, really appreciate it. Just a couple other highlights. Cool manufacturer, Radius Toothbrush in Kutztown, Pennsylvania, came to us. They were having a problem with breakage of their products. It was actually out on store shelves. We connected them with another great resource. Penn College of Technology has a Plastics Innovation Resource Center. They were able to identify a new material that the company was able to use to mold their brushes, and Radius is just so grateful and thankful that they were able to make that improvement.
Wonderful. So how do manufacturers find you?
A lot of times we do a lot of press releases when we're investing in companies. They'll find us that way. A lot of referrals if companies are expanding. There's a tremendous, as you know, working with the Chamber, working with the Greater Berks Development Fund, making referrals. It's really nice in terms of networking and getting those referrals.
Great. Well, Connie, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Mark. Really appreciate it.
On behalf of the Greater Reading Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I'd like to thank Connie Faylor from Ben Franklin for her time. Thank you.